talk about ways to ways to come up with a down payment. Obviously, there are a lot of people that buy homes cash. There are people out there that have plenty of money, but then there are also people out there that don't have the cash, or kids of theirs that don't have the cash. So, wanted to talk about some ways that you might not realize you can get a down payment. So, I think one of the ones that gets overlooked the most, is a gift. Right, Arnie? You can get a gift for your down payment.
You can get a gift. You can go to your, parents. You can go to a sister. You can go to a relative. You can go to a person that you have an established relationship with, like you've been living together for a while. We can establish that. You can go to all those people to get a gift. The one thing you need to be aware of, and it does become a source of contention sometimes, and we can get around it a little bit sometimes, is that when the donor gives a gift, normally the lender's going to ask you for a bank statement from the donor's bank statement to verify it came out of his account. So that, a lot of times, your parents I don't want to show my kids how much money I have, so you have that. So, but there's ways to get around it. If you send the money directly to the title company and you wire it directly to the title company, then we can get around that. That is acceptable. So that's why you need to work with somebody that knows what they're doing, to be able to give you some ways to structure your transaction. Because it's just not about giving you a rate or a payment. It's about structuring your transaction to make it as simple and easy as possible for you. And we can do that if you call 844-DIAZ-DUO or work with Waterstone Mortgage. So that gift is definitely one of the most common ways. Yes.
Asking the sellers for help. So obviously the seller can't make the down payment, but if you have a certain amount of cash, the seller can pay for your closing costs.
In this market, isn't that tougher right now?
It is harder. It's harder. It's not to say it's not impossible, but you are going to be met with resistance if you're buying in it. And that's the thing. If you're buying a home that's been on the market a week or two, expect for that likely scenario of a bidding war, maybe having a seller less flexible. But if you find a home that's been on the market 5 or 6 months, asking for concessions, they may be happy just to get the home sold. So certainly plausible idea, depending on the market and the situation. Certainly ask your agent. And ask your agent at the Duncan duo, because that's the only place you should.
Well, here's another idea. Nobody ever talks.
You completely missed what I just said. Ronnie just rolls right through me here.
I know.
I said ask your real estate agent if you're in Tampa Bay. The only one they should be working with is the Duncan duo, right?
Well, that's of course. That was a given. So that's why I went.
All right, that's right. Good recovery. So asking the sellers for help is something that can happen. But again, you got to be careful.
Can I tell you another idea that gets missed too? Is that and people probably are against it, but if you talked about the difference in payment is not that is negligible. Well, if you raise the rate a little bit, you can get money for closing costs.
Correct. There you go.
Yeah. So, there's a difference in payment, but it's negligible. So would you rather save the money? One of the biggest problems people have after they buy a house is they just didn't have any money in reserve to take care of anything that may come up.
Right.
And so, do you make an extra couple pennies, like $15 more or $30 more a month, and have the money to be able to do what you want to do, because you've raised the rate and the lender now has paid your closing costs.
One of the items, the 5 uncommon ways to come up with a down payment. One of them is looking at special lender programs. We have a couple going on with you guys right now.
We have one.
Millennial Mortgage. Yeah, the Millennial Mortgage.
The what? Yeah, Millennial Mortgage is out there. It's 100% financing, and
conventional.
Conventional. Yes.
Correct.
Yes, we can go up to 417, and that's one of the ones that's out there as well. And another popular one for first-time home buyers is the Florida bond program, which if you buy in Hillsborough County right now, it's sick. They give you $15,000 for closing costs and down payment, and every year you live in the house, they forgive 20% of that $15,000.
So 5 years down the line, you're
nothing. So it's sick. But there are some qualifications for it that we'd have to talk you through, but that's a sick.
There's other government options that's obviously one of the in Hillsborough County. There's other, obviously, if you're in Pinellas, Pasco, Sarasota, Manatee, there are other types of programs that HUD offers. Certainly, there's a VA for no money down loan. If you're in the VA, you can obviously buy without a down payment.
In Pasco, probably USDA, or if you're in Riverview, you got USDA. It's 100% financing. Here's an interesting one right here, Andrew. I mean, for all you folks that are, this is the wedding season or whatever.
Yeah.
Instead of doing a wedding registry for
A bunch of junk that
bunch
you're
of
not
junk.
going to use 5 years down the line.
Exactly.
And, weight scales and, toilet paper holders.
Yeah.
I mean, I see stuff on these things. I'm just like, what in the world are these people thinking
Yeah.
with all this stuff on this registry?
They have a registry, Feather the Nest or Hatch My House.
Crowdsourcing. Yeah. I mean, that's a new phenomenon right now. Obviously, there are a lot of investment companies that have raised money that way, but there's nothing wrong with raising money for a down payment that way. There's a lot of unique things you could do. Yeah, our wedding registry, graduation. Let's say you're graduating from college and everybody wants to give you money or gifts. You know what? I want to buy a home, but go here to this site. Give me money for my down payment.
True. Yeah.
Lots of opportunities. Asking an employer for help. I think that's one that probably goes unnoticed. And again, it depends on your employer and how much they value home ownership. But maybe you go to your employer and you say, hey, will you give me a little bit of a bonus and then I pay it back after a certain period of time? Or instead of giving me the raise that you're about to give me, can you give me one lump sum?
Yeah.
To give me for our down payment. We've actually done that at our company. So
have you really?
Yeah, we
That's
have.
awesome.
So